The main place where I like to take photographs is Grossman's Tavern because it represents the community of musicians that is a tradition in the city, and myself being a musician, first and foremost, it was natural for me to want to take pictures of live music. Photography is about freezing the moment, and so you get a sense, an emotional sense of what's happening. So I like to capture the emotional quality in a performance, a live performance. It's a fleeting, it's something that's very fleeting when you're experiencing music, so it's very hard to nail down, and taking a picture freezes time and gives you a sense of the emotional quality of the musician and the spiritual quality of the musician and even the physical quality. So it's really freezing action, so you get a sense of the soul. When a person sees a photograph, I'm hoping that it will stop them in their tracks so they actually feel what the musician was feeling at the time the picture was being taken. I'm waiting for the moment where the musician cracks, basically. So they're letting go of themselves, and there's a certain moment when that happens. You have to be ready with your camera to capture that. The moment is very fleeting, so you may be waiting 20 minutes or an hour or maybe 5 minutes, but it's about that one moment where the musician lets go and is not holding on to anything, and something magical happens, and I'm trying to capture the magic of the moment. There's usually, you know, one good photograph out of, you know, say 100 or 200 that's going to be the shot. And sometimes you know it when it's happening, and other times you realize it after the fact when you're looking at all the photographs and culling through all the photographs, and eventually you see that one that is just different than every other photograph because it captures everything that's happening emotionally, spiritually, physically, you know, maybe even mentally too as well. So it's really a process of waiting and taking a lot of shots until you get the one that's it. And being a musician, I understand that there's a building up process where you're getting into the music, and once you get into the music, it takes some time before you really hit the magic spot. And knowing that when the magic starts to happen, you have to be ready to capture it with a camera. So it's just about waiting and keeping your head up and waiting for that moment where you see all the different elements come together. So when a musician is getting into a solo and they sort of lose themselves in what they're doing, and when they lose themselves in what they're doing, magic happens, right? And there's that moment where the spontaneity happens, and it's trying to capture that in a photograph, just like trying to capture it if you're playing an instrument. Basically, it's the same. So essentially, you're trying to capture magic, and it's about waiting for the moment and keeping your head up.